This past weekend, the NASCAR Cup Series headed out to the Martinsville Speedway in Virginia to race at the half-mile track. The race was very exciting. A lot came out from it to talk about, and that's what I'm here today to do. To talk about the race for one, but also give y'all my championship predictions. We got the Final Four set, and I'll give y'all the exact order on how I believe things will play out. There's a lot to do here today, so let's get started. On to the intro we go.
I'm Chase Briscoe, driver number 14 Ford Mustang for Stewart-Haas Racing, and you're watching William Blackwell on YouTube.
Before I talk about Phoenix, I am wanting to talk about Martinsville this past weekend because it was very exciting starting at day one, which was Saturday, was qualifying and Xfinity race day. We saw Briscoe and Blaney qualifying really well, two drivers that pretty much had to kind of win to make it to the round of four if they were wanting to be safe. And we saw Christopher Bell and William Byron kind of struggling. So we knew heading into Sunday, a lot of things are going to happen, but more so with this qualifying results. And later on in the afternoon, we saw a spectacular finish to the Xfinity race where Ty Gibbs dumped Brandon Jones for the win. And people are going to hate on Ty Gibbs. He's a racer. He's doing a job. He's going to victory lane. That's what he's paid to do. And I know that Brandon Jones was his teammate going to the championship if he were to win this race. But remember the Roval a couple of weeks ago where NASCAR gave out Cole Custer a hefty fine for manipulating the result of the race? I bet you they could have looked into this if Brandon Jones were to win and Gibbs finished second, because they were kind of trying to help out one another, but something clicked for Gibbs and he kind of went against it. So he went on to win the race. Very controversial, but a lot of people hate him. But the Final Four is set for them. You got Gibbs in the 54, Allgaier in the 7, Rexon in the 9, and Berry in the 8. I believe that Ty Gibbs will win the championship in this series. Truck Series, I really like to see Zane Smith win the championship, but I believe Ty Majeski has a lot going for him at the moment, and he's going to be the man winning the 2022 Truck Championship for Thor Sport Racing. And after the Xfinity race, we saw Tempest Flare. Austin Hill, Myatt Snider. At first, it did not look bad at all. Like a couple of shoves here and there. No, Austin Hill cleaned Myatt Snider. If you want to look at the video of that, just go on Twitter or even YouTube. You'll see it. Wow, what a punch Austin Hill threw. But things go on to Sunday. At first, it's kind of a straightforward Martinsville race. Hard to pass. Only way to pass is to get the bumper. So we go to the last couple of 25 laps. We see a caution for the 77 car who hit the wall somewhat pretty hard. And that's when chaos broke loose. Everybody decided to pit besides the two Stewart-Haas cars of Chase Briscoe and Cole Custer. They restarted. Briscoe held his own till 5 to go. And that's when Keselowski and Bell got into the picture. Bell passed him. Briscoe fell all the way back. Hamlin gained a couple of spots and was like plus 3 or 4 with 1 to go. It looked like Chastain's day was over with when it was coming to make the Final Four. But Chastain decided to do something that no one ever thought of, and thought of that can somewhat be a positive outcome. And that was run flat out against the wall on the final corner, on the final lap. And that's what Chastain did. Went from, I believe it was 9th to 5th, and got to the Final Four. A lot of people are criticizing that, saying NASCAR should intervene with that, which is, I very believe that it's very wrong to do so. It's racing. If they're saying you cannot hit the wall and pass somebody, what are you going to do in Homestead when they race there again next year? When someone hits the wall and still makes a pass? There's really not much you can do there. So I believe it's an unwritten rule that's going to be staying like that for years to come, because there really ain't much you can do about it. But the Final Four is set. You got Ross Chastain, Christopher Bell, Chase Elliott, and Joey Logano. And now on to the predictions we go. This is going to be quick, so pay attention. I believe that the champion this Sunday in Phoenix will be Ross Chastain. And will he win the race? I say no. I believe Kyle Larson will, and he will be crowned the 2022 Owners Champion, while Chastain will finish the highest out of the others and win the Drivers' Championship. But coming home in second place, I believe it will be Christopher Bell. He's had a great season. He's coped very well under the pressure. But I believe just going off the spring results, Chastain is going to be very difficult to stop. Bell comes home in second place in the standings. Third place would be Joey Logano. I believe he's going to be very quick and very hard to stop in the short runs. But the long run pace has kind of faded away for Team Penske as a whole this year. So P3 will be where I believe Logano will end up. And P4 will be Chase Elliott. He's had a good season, but in the round of 8, things fell apart. With the big buffer he had, he was fortunate enough to make the round of 4. But without it, he would have been well gone, probably in a round of 12. Not impressed by Chase Elliott. I believe it's kind of luck he's here at this point. And I believe he finished as the worst out of the bunch. Chastain wins the championship, Drivers' Championship. Larson wins the race and owner's title. Bell comes home second place in points. Third place will be Logano, and fourth place will be Chase Elliott. The weather looks fantastic. It's going to be a great weekend. Hope to see all my predictions turn out to be correct. Highly doubt it, but who knows. I have my fingers crossed for that. But everybody, though, remember to please like and subscribe.